What a fun, awesome game for the Winnipeg Jets. I'm not going to lie, I think that was the first time in a very long time that we played a solid, if not pretty damn near perfect, 60-minute game of hockey. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Recap Reaction for Game 30 out of 82 for the Winnipeg Jets 2021-22 campaign, where they win 4-2 against the St. Louis Blues, and which was a crucial game for them. Last game against the Washington Capitals on Friday, there was a lot of improvement, but they didn't end up getting that win. Connor Sheary got a really unlucky bounce goal past Connor Hellebuck, right place, right time, and it really killed our momentum after we had those two empty net goals with about 4 minutes left in that third period. This was the game where I was like, okay, you have the 17-9-5 St. Louis Blues, a very good team. Let's see how they're going to perform against the Jets, who've been struggling. And this was a great win. Dave Lowry gets his first win as a head coach, and as well as the final game of the 2021 calendar year for the Winnipeg Jets. If you haven't already seen, the NHL has postponed all cross-border games for the remainder of this season, I believe for the next 2 weeks. So the Winnipeg Jets don't have any more games scheduled. There were no Canadian rivalries before the Christmas break. So because of that, this was the last game that the Jets had, I believe, before going into the new year for the 2022 rest of the season. So it's great that the Jets can end on a high note, and a lot of improvement from guys that were improving last game, but played really good this game. Nikolai Ehlers tonight was fantastic. He obviously gets the first goal of the game in the second period, assisted by Mark Scheifele and Paul Stastny. That assist for Paul Stastny was his 500th career NHL assist, so congratulations, Paul Stastny. That's a huge milestone for you. An awesome player, a top, I don't know if I would say top 5, I don't even know what I'm saying there, but at least a top 5 Jet, I think, for me, in the time he's been here. Like, awesome player. I've loved him. I've actually wanted to see him kind of be an A and wear maybe the C even, because I've loved him that much. Super happy for him, and a huge milestone. Then Vladimir Tarasenko gets his 12th of the year from Barbashev and Buchnevich. A pretty good goal there. Not much you can do there. I thought it was well scored. And then Mark Scheifele from Nikolai Ehlers again. You can't already see that trend. Those are 2 points each for Scheifele and Ehlers. Ehlers and Scheifele, Ehlers especially, had this monkey on his back that I've been talking about a lot, and that a lot of you have noticed as well. Making unnecessary passes entering the zone, not shooting the puck enough, really taking bad shots anyway when he does, just not being himself out there. Ehlers, the last 2 games, has looked so deadly out there that I would argue that he's probably been one of the best forwards we've had, if not the best, the last couple of games. He was fantastic tonight, and Mark Scheifele as well is heating up. That was his 8th of the season, as well as his 11th assist of the season on that Nikolai Ehlers goal. Had a really good game, and that's a huge positive for this, because when you have Ehlers being lights out and improving, Stastny getting 500 assists, and just playing good, that entire line of Stastny, Ehlers, and Scheifele tonight was awesome. They played really good, consistent hockey for a full 60-minute period, and I was really happy to see that. If Mark Scheifele and Paul Stastny and Ehlers can become a dominant line for us, I love that, because you all know how I feel about Paul Stastny. He's kind of like a Matthew Perreault. He's very versatile. He's obviously better than Matthew Perreault, but you can plug him in on the 4th line, he'll get you points. He can be solid, he can play defense. You plug him on your penalty kill, he can be okay for you. He can be tolerable. You plug him on the power play, again, good net front presence, can get you some of those rebound, ugly, bad, trashy goals. He's good everywhere in the lineup, and if he can play with our top guys, not slow them down, excel his game as well as being on a really affordable contract for 1 year, that is exactly what Paul Stastny needs to do. I really liked how Dave Lowry today utilized the forward core. I thought that everyone was moving pretty well. You had Christian Reichel and CJ Suisse getting called up from the Manitoba Moose because Blake Wheeler has been put on long-term injury reserve, as well as Svechnikov and Gustafsson. I don't believe they've been on the LTIR, but they are out for the next time being. So that's huge to get those guys to come up and play a consistent game tonight. I'll go over the minutes played, obviously, as I always obviously like to do, So you go over to the minutes played tonight. The team leader on offense was, again, shocker, was Mark Scheifele. 21 minutes played, but again, listen to these minutes, okay? 21 minutes for Mark Scheifele, almost 21 minutes for Andrew Kopp, 16 minutes for Lowry, Paul Stastny with almost 20 minutes. Nikolai Ehlers played 16 and was lights out. Pierre-Luc Dubois played just shy of 20. Kyle Connor played 20, almost 21 minutes. Christian Reichel played 4 minutes. Vesalainen played 13, which I think was great. Vesalainen had a pretty good game tonight. 2 hits, 1 block, as well as a couple of shots. He looked pretty good out there. A really good spread out of the minutes. The lowest ice time being given was to obviously CJ Suisse and Christian Reichel. Just under 5 minutes for those guys. Now, obviously, would I like to see them play closer to 8? Yes, but for their first NHL games, I think that that's okay, right? Ease them in. They weren't anything bad. I liked their presence out there. CJ Suisse had a block as well. It was pretty good, and he was 50% in the face-off circle. Can't complain of anything more than a depth guy coming up playing 4 minutes, right? But the minutes tonight were really well spread out. Dominic Toninato played 10 minutes. Harkins played 10 minutes. I think Harkins is around a 12-minute guy. Same with Toninato. I like those games tonight. I think the minutes right now are almost kind of perfect. Blake Wheeler comes back, play him about the same that you would play maybe Paul Stastny, 19 to 18 mark. I think this is a good area that we're going in with the Jets. No one playing a super large amount of minutes. The top 6 kind of being balanced. The bottom 6 being pretty balanced as well. I like the way that they were dispersed tonight, and I liked it in the last game as well. That's been something I've really liked with Dave Lowry. He's kind of using the roster more and using our depth more, which is something great. Jansen Harkins for this season hasn't played more than really 8 minutes. Occasionally he's had 12, but I think 10 going towards 12, having a pretty good game, having 2 hits, being a good presence out there on that bottom 6. I like the way everyone played tonight. Like I said, this was the first time in a long time the Jets were able to play a full 60 minutes of hockey. And not to mention that the penalty kill tonight was so much better. The penalty tonight, again, back-to-back games where no goals were scored. A perfect penalty kill. 2 penalties last game against Washington on the Jets, both killed. Today, 3 killed. Against St. Louis, who's a pretty hot power play as well. The Jets as well, again, 1 for 3 on their power play. So the power play getting a little bit more going. That power play goal being Paul Stastny the third. For his 7th of the season, Ehlers getting another point there. But a fantastic night for the Jets all around. Like I said, when you can play an improved penalty kill in 2 games against Washington and against St. Louis, that is a good test. It's not like we're going into a game against Buffalo and Arizona, who's beaten us, playing better hockey, which you should anyway, and getting a win. These are against teams that are near the top of the league, playing damn good hockey, and the Jets showed up, even though they lost the last game. I really believe that we've seen 2 improved teams in these not back-to-back, but these weekend span of games against Washington and St. Louis. I think this is a really good start where the Jets can end off going into the new year. A lot to build off of, obviously, and also a lot of unknowns going into this new COVID stuff. I'm not going to get political, but all I'm going to say is that I don't think that we're going to have a shutdown. I don't think it warrants a shutdown from what I've read about it, but I'm not a doctor. I'm not a scientist. I'm a guy just reading articles from the news outlets, right? So I'm not going to say anything more than that, but I think there's a lot of positives to build off of from these 2 games. Dave Lowry gets his first win as a National Hockey League coach. Congrats to Dave. You played. It's not even like they skated away with this. In my opinion, it should have been 4-1. I didn't like that Mikkola goal that was scored there on the shorthanded goal. Didn't like that, but what can you do? I thought this was a damn good game for the Jets. There's a lot of positives. It was a good win against a tough team, a divisional rival. Our record now, we are back to being 3 games above 500, 14, 11, and 5. Are we in the playoffs? No, but this is a good spot for the Jets to be at. A new coach, a new identity, things being shuffled around, and positives being played throughout the lineup. I really liked how the top 6 played. Phenomenal tonight. I really liked that. As well as I really think that we're starting to see a lot of good stuff defensively. A lot of good puck movement. The D looked a little bit more confident out there. I really like Josh Morrissey and Nate Schmidt. I know people rag on Nate Schmidt. I don't know why. He's not the greatest defensive guy, but he's been so solid for us offensively, joining in on the rush, and Josh Morrissey's had a really good bounce back year as well. I really like the way that this team played tonight. As well, I'll go over quickly just the defensive minutes that were dispersed tonight so you guys can get an idea, and this is why I'm also very happy as well. Nathan Beaulieu tonight came in and played, right? We used Nathan Beaulieu tonight. Our defensemen tonight were DeMello, Pionk, Dylan, Bellew, Josh Morrissey, and Logan Stanley. Not in that order. Nathan Beaulieu tonight played almost 12 minutes. Right? Like, that's good. We used him in a good role, and he was damn good. Look at Nathan Beaulieu's night tonight. He had 2 he had 2 shots on net. He got into that fight, 2 hits, 1 giveaway or whatever, and he played solid hockey. That Nathan Beaulieu is good depth, but when you're using him for 3 minutes, 4 minutes, there's no point in using him, right? Especially as a defenseman. This was good tonight. I liked the way that we played. Logan Stanley had a good night, 17 minutes of ice time. Josh Morrissey with 20, Dylan with 22, Pionk with 24, DeMello with 20. Solid defensive minutes being dispersed just like you had with the offense. And that is huge. Connor Hellebuck had a phenomenal night as well. This was just a great win for the Jets. Now, I'm not going to be obviously covering a lot more of these games because there are no more games for the Christmas, so I will have a couple videos coming out. I actually am going to do a very big video. It'll be long, but I'm going to do a breakdown of my entire Winnipeg Jets hockey card memorabilia. I've got autographs, jersey cards, signed pucks, you name it. I've got tons of stuff to show you, and I've been wanting to do it for a long time, and I just feel like because it's Christmas, I got to finally do it for you guys, so there'll be lots of fun content looking forward to, as well if you guys have any suggestions on, Hall of Fame videos, player profiles, prospect reports, anything you guys want to see me do and create for your enjoyment, just comment it down on the comment section below. You can tweet at me on Twitter, hit up my DMs there, as well as my Instagram DMs. You can just let me know. I'd love to hear you guys' suggestions for content. I love making content, so if there's anything you guys would like to see in particular, let me know. So with all that being said, happy holidays to all you people out there, all you beautiful, amazing subscribers. Thank you so much for this year. I wanted to have 2K before January 1st. We've got like 2 weeks. I think we're about 60 short of that. Let's see what happens. I'm grateful, though, for everything. This has been a phenomenal year for me. Not just because of everything else going on in my life. I've had a good year, regardless of COVID, but because of you guys. This channel I started for fun. You know the story. I just wanted to talk hockey in the pandemic, and it's blossomed into so much. I got to travel to Winnipeg back in November. I got to meet Ryan from Hot Garbage, Zach and Carter as well. Go to Bomber games with it. Like, it's just meet all of you, everyone that I met in Winnipeg that came up to me, recognized me, talked hockey, talked football with me. Like, it's been an amazing year, and I feel very privileged to be able to have met all of you guys and to have been able to entertain and create content for your enjoyment. So thank you all from the bottom of my heart for the support you've been able to give this channel, and I can't wait to see what 2022 brings for the Winnipeg Jets, myself, and Pig City Hockey. So with all that being said, peace, love, and positivity. Have a great rest of your afternoon. Go Jets, go! Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and bye-bye.